You're listening to the Night Demon Network. Go to nightdemon.net/subscriber to unlock more exclusive content.
Hello, and welcome to the Night Demon Heavy Metal Podcast. I'm your host, Nesbit, and we're marking the 10-year anniversary of Curse of the Damned, the first Night Demon album, not only with a remixed album and an Ultimate Edition box set, but also by breaking down every track on the album. And today, we're going to get into one of my favorites from this album, one of my favorite all-time deep cuts from Night Demon. This is Mastermind.
Mastermind has to be one of my favorite songs on the album. Again, this song was written, after the Run for Your Life sessions, after our first European tour, and this came in late, along with Screams in the Night, as the final two songs to be written for the record. And I know I said this about Screams, but I'll say it also about Mastermind. I'm glad that these made it on this album and not Darkness Remains, which would have been the next album, because these songs really kind of completed this album.
If anybody out there is ever making like a playlist of motivational heavy metal songs, then Mastermind needs to be like top of that list. First song on the playlist, because that's just what it is. It's like that, I got this kind of a song. It's like, I believe in myself, I can do the thing. And I remember just like, you use different songs for different things. Like Full Speed Ahead was always on my gym playlist. It's like, yeah, I gotta like lift the heavy thing. But Mastermind was like, I believe in myself. I remember it was before I met the guys even. I used to be a welder, and there would be days when like I might have like a test that was going for x-ray, or I might just have to do like a complicated weld or just something, a bit scary. And like this album would be on, and I would put on Mastermind, and it would kind of get me through and be like, all right, I got this.
Yeah, Mastermind is another straight up kind of rock feel, but a little more with the swing thing going on. Whenever we played this live, and this song got played a lot more in the early days of me joining the band, there's a little kind of like scorpion sway that we do once the song kicks in, that little back and forth on the legs, the bounce kind of thing. There's not very many fucking, quote unquote dance moves that we have coordinated in this band, but there's a few fun things like that that, we throw out there once in a while, certain songs.
The vibe of the song, as far as the groove, it has a more rock feel to it than the rest of the album. Doctor Doctor by UFO.
Doctor, doctor, please. Oh, mess I'm in. Doctor, doctor, please. Oh, mess I'm in. She wanted to make...
I mean, it's got that bounce to it, and we needed a Doctor Doctor song, one of our favorite songs of all time, and I'm sure, it's hard to deny the influence of that song on this.
Living, loving, I'm on the road, so far away from you.
Definitely is the only song on the album that has that kind of shuffle groove. The verses really have that Lizzie kind of shuffle vibe. Something that I can take claim for teaching to Dusty Squires. When I first met him and started hanging out with him and the New Liberty guys and talking about music and just listening to what they had done before, I'd really put an emphasis on listening to Thin Lizzy and getting that swing down. There was an old friend of mine, an old timer kind of guy that he always used to say, the problem is with the music these days, nobody fucking knows how to swing. Nobody swings, and it's kind of a thing. It's kind of a big thing, especially metal. It's getting more and more. It's getting more common now because there's a lot of more bands doing more of a kind of a rock Thin Lizzy kind of thing, and that's great because swing's where it's at, man. It's just makes you feel good, and it's all about the groove. You can snap your fingers to it, So, whenever we can, got to throw a little swing in there.
Walk down that road and hold your head up high, but beware that evil awaits you, no matter how hard you try. Don't hide in the shadows.
Mastermind, the second song I helped the band with, that was a track that we needed to come up with something kind of like a Doctor Doctor feel from UFO. I know that Brent kind of used that as an example. The intro, Phil, I kind of came up with him to kind of give it a Doctor Doctor-ish feel. The front half, those fills are really cool. And then it goes into the swing part, and that's, the element that I was able to bring to the band. I'm proud of how that song came out, for sure. Gave it that swing, that swagger. I think Mastermind is probably, in my opinion, the best drum track on the album. I'm going to go ahead and say that, in my opinion. I love the swing. I love the fills. I love the accents. I love everything that I did on that track. I think it was a step ahead for me as far as becoming a member and also giving Night Demon a different element that they were lacking.
Mastermind is one of my favorites. I know I've said that before, definitely at some point. And it's one of my favorites because it's got a lot of drum fills and the chorus is basically all drum fills. So I like it for that reason. And it's just, it's got a good groove to it. And I like playing it.
Oh, here it comes down, crushing your road.
Yeah, we wrote this song after the Run for Your Life sessions, as I mentioned. I think we had some inspiration going on, and when we knew we had to go in and do the album again, we were kind of already, it was a bit defeating because we had spent so much time making the record, and the fact that we had to go in and do it again was just, I don't want to say that we felt like a failure, but it's just not as inspiring to go in after you spent so much time in the studio to go in and do the same songs again. And I think that's the reason why we kept it raw and we recorded it so fast, along with the fact that we had a lot of practice playing these songs live at this point. But as far as Mastermind being a newer song, I mean, it was just kind of like, yeah, let's inject some new life into this record and expand it a bit. I'm glad we did. I can't remember who wrote what. I think Brent probably had the idea for the Doctor kind of feel, if I remember it correctly. And he did have that middle riff. That was a riff left over that he wrote for the fucking Wrath, and they didn't really like it. I think they thought it was maybe a little too metal. And he played it for us, and we're like, that's amazing. Let's just fucking do it, I do remember coming up with the bass parts in the verse and thinking, I want to staccato pick this thing instead of like the gallop kind of thing that was happening in Doctor to definitely make it different. I did not play lead on this. Brent played the lead guitar on this track. Getting into the demo here. So this demo was recorded once again at Rock and Rick's. This time we were in a new room. We were in one of the best rooms here. We've been waiting years to get in. We were sharing it with another band, our friends in the band called 8 Stop 7. And they were not rehearsing much, so this was one of the bigger rooms, so it does sound a bit better on this recording.
Yeah, so a couple little things on this demo here. That little lead section in the verse sounds like it was added by Jarvis after the fact when he was doing the vocals. So that's a part, I guess, that he wrote there.
Don't hide in the shadow, just to avoid the light. For the devil, he may take your soul away. Oh, here it comes down, crushing your walls. Oh, then you will know when he calls that you're the mastermind. You're out of time. You're the mastermind. Oh.
Myself, Brent, and Dusty, I recorded the first verse and the first chorus vocally on this, and you can hear that some lyrics have changed. I did do the overdubs on the lead guitar, actually, on the verses, and I do the same on the album, Virgin, another part that I play guitar on. But yeah, you can hear the midsection here is going on way too long. But I think that's something that we kind of figured out. But yeah, it's funny. I love the quality of this demo, actually. And it reminds me of an old new wave of British heavy metal recording. As much as this is a hard rock song, it's a very new album. Kind of reminds me of the Dark Star song Lady of Mars. It kind of has that quality to it, right? Which is something that we absolutely love.
Yeah, another interesting thing here on this demo, the breakdown part, it's actually faster than the rest of the song, whereas nowadays I really pull that part back to make it fucking heavy, almost like a mosh part. So yeah, that's interesting how that changed over time.
So this next demo, titled Alt Lyrics, I believe is the same recording. There is obviously some lyrics that I overlaid on this thing that, were way far off than the other version. And I was kind of just spitballing, trying to find some vocal melodies. I did add the lead on the intro to this song that was not on the previous version. That guitar lead on the big hits.
Yeah, right away, first difference with this demo, now we've got that little melody part in the beginning of the song, comes in after the first series of chords that are held out, and drums going over those. So yeah, it's getting a little more complete here.
Carry your demons when you're hiding to the light, where the demons soul and take it far away. When you're coming, you know you cannot fight. When you're coming home, you will find a way. Here it comes down, rushing walls. Then you will know when he calls. You're the mastermind. You're out of time. You're the mastermind.
What is Mastermind actually about? Well, at the time, Brent and I were reading a lot of Earl Nightingale, Napoleon Hill, Ernest Holmes, a lot of these kind of modern, mystics from the 18 and 1900, early 1900s mainly. And I don't know, we were practicing with magic, I guess you could say. And Napoleon Hill had talked about a mastermind group, forming a mastermind group, which is basically a group of people to share ideas with, almost like a secret society in a way, to share ideas with unbiased and to get, personal about goals and stuff like this, to basically have a support system to bounce ideas off of each other and help each other achieve those goals. And so that's kind of what the band was at that time. It was really just us, the three of us. I mean, we had a very close circle. We spent a lot of time together. And so we kind of were dealing with our own mastermind group and dealing with our, topics of our art and our music and the goals that we were working on together. And at this place in time, it was a real tipping point for the band, and we really saw what was possible and what was on the horizon. But we had to kind of calculate how hard we were going to work and what specifically we were going to work toward. And so the idea of the song was basically kind of, it's a song of empowerment, really, that, each human being is a form of God within. God is, I know I'm going off here, but I'm just being honest. God is the self, and each human being has the power to channel God in a way, or the ether, or the universe, or whatever it is, a deity, to help guide them through the process of life and of attainment. Let's just call it what it is, right? Power, personal power, personal agency. And that if you focused in on this, that although there may be obstacles in the way, ultimately you can achieve something. It might not look exactly how you planned it. It's almost guaranteed that it's that way. But in the end, you can get from point A to point B by using mind metaphysics and just techniques of working within a community, a small group of people that have a like-minded vision. So the song itself, though, we decided to transform into just a message of self-empowerment. And so each human being, you are the mastermind of your destiny, basically. So let's go through the lyrics. First verse. Walk down that road and hold your head up high, but beware that evil awaits you, no matter how hard you try.
Walk down that road and hold your head up high, but beware that evil awaits you, no matter how hard you try.
Don't hide in the shadows just to avoid the light, for the devil, he may take your life away.
Don't hide in the shadows just to avoid the light, for the devil, he may take your life away.
Yeah, go towards your goals with confidence is basically what this is saying. But there are traps along the way to beware of, and don't hide in the shadows just to avoid the light is basically like there is a thing. Everybody has a fear of failure, but there is a thing called fear of success, and it is very, very real. And we as humans somehow find a way subconsciously to self-sabotage ourselves. It happens all the time. It happens every day. It's right in front of our face, and we can see that with people. We can see that in our own lives. So the pre-chorus here it comes down, crashing your walls. Then you will know your destiny calls, because you're the mastermind. Don't waste your time. You're the mastermind.
Oh, here it comes down, crushing your walls. Oh, then you will know your destiny calls, 'cause you're the mastermind. Don't waste your time. You're the mastermind. Oh.
Again, it's the fear of failure mixed with the fear of success. When something happens, when opportunity presents itself, there's so much trepidation because people think that everybody has some form of imposter syndrome at some point when they're doing something that takes bravery and courage. And you kind of just have to go for it. You can make as many plans as you want, but when the opportunity is there, it's the ability to seize the opportunity and go along with it that really gets you through. And you can think that you're ready for certain things, but you're really not. And the best way to learn about that stuff and to get through it is to take it head on. Whether you're starting a business or anything, I mean, a lot of people think that they need to have all these things in order and have everything perfect just so they could start. But really, the best way to start is to start. That's it. Just go for it, and baby steps, and things will fall in line. So now that you know that, and now that you've taken that journey, you've taken that first step, here comes the second verse. Open the doorway and step into your mind. Keep on pushing forward no matter what lurks behind. Take it or leave it. The choice is up to you. For the devil, he will take your life for sure.
Open the doorway and step into your mind. Keep on pushing forward no matter what lurks behind. Take it or leave it. The choice is up to you. For the devil, he will take your life for sure.
So yeah, open the doorway. Step into your mind. Step into your mind's eye. Vision. See it. Write it down physically. See what this looks like for you. Imagine that you are there, that you are in that place. If you want to be on a stage somewhere, don't imagine looking at yourself from the audience on the stage. Imagine yourself on the stage looking at the audience from a first-person point of view. If there's a certain car that you want to get, if that's what you want, go and test drive that car. Sit in it, drive it around, feel how the engine feels under your feet, and experience that. If something is too far away from you physically, close your eyes and mentally go there and vision what that's like. If a good exercise that I like to do, if I'm having a hard time visioning of what I want something to be, I just go to the past sometimes. I'll just close my eyes and do a walkthrough of maybe my childhood home or the school that I went to. You'd be surprised what you will remember in that state with your eyes closed that you would never remember. The details you will remember, what the floor looked like, a doorknob, all this stuff. I mean, there's some real power to this, to going deep and basically turning your fantasy or visions into some kind of a physical reality. I know I sound like a fucking freak right now, but these exercises do help, and they do work, and they help to gain a lot of clarity on things, which is exactly what we need. So basically, in the verses when I'm talking about, the devil at the end of these lines, I'm using a metaphor here. The devil can be anything from addiction to procrastination to attitude, all of that stuff. You have to be careful of that stuff. You have to check in with yourself, and you have to look at yourself sometimes from an outside point of view. And that also not only helps the way that you carry yourself when you can see yourself from the outside, but it also kind of just proves that, like, hey, there's nothing extraordinary or more special about that other person, than me. That person that's doing the thing that I want to be doing, there's nothing that separates us besides the fact that that person knew what they wanted, they dedicated themselves to doing it, and they went for it. That's it. There is nothing, it's a very level playing field with human beings, believe it or not. So let's go to, so we have another pre-chorus and a chorus there. That's the same. Going to the bridge section here. So end of the chorus is, then you will know your destiny calls because you're the mastermind. So the lyrics in the bridge, can't see, your eyes are burning, truth filled with lies. Create your own reality, no compromise. Here it comes, that feeling of woe. Tap into the universe because you're the master of control.
Can't see, your eyes are burning, the truth filled with lies. Create your own reality, no compromise. Oh, and here it comes, that feeling of woe. Tap into the universe, cause you're the master of control.
So that's basically just reiterating, but in the story structure, it's basically like, okay, here it is. Here's that opportunity, or here's that moment of crisis. Here's the dark night of the soul. There's so much that you're feeling here, or you're being told, that are not things that are not really true. Just because they're true to somebody else doesn't mean that they're necessarily true to you. You can't compromise on your instincts and the things that you truly desire. You have to go into these things unashamed, right? So tapping into the universe because you're the master of control. So there are a lot of things that are out of your control in the physical realm, but there's a lot of things that are in control. And most things are, believe it or not. The way that you think about something is in your control. So you can take a lot of depressing elements of life and frame it in a different way that actually is true. And if you can do that, it alleviates a lot of the stress that we feel as the human race. Look, even if somebody cuts you off in traffic, just try and step into their frame of mind. They're probably having a horrible day. It's not worth you getting frustrated over. Just move on and bless them and be better than that. And that's essentially what this section of the song is. And then we have another pre-chorus and a chorus to kind of just reiterate, you are the mastermind.
Oh, here it comes down, question your woes. Oh, then you will know your destiny calls, 'cause you're the mastermind. Don't waste your time, you're the mastermind. Oh, you're the mastermind. Don't waste your time, you're the mastermind. Oh,
Mixing hard rock and metal, it's like metal comes from hard rock. All of this stuff, it's all adjacent. And, we were such big fans of 70s rock that it's totally in our DNA. And it's funny, some of these quote unquote metal bands are really just hard rock bands. And we like to do a lot of different stuff. So this helped fill out some elements that may have been missing a little bit from Curse of the Damned. But I don't know, you get songs like Living Dangerous and Run for Your Life, and there's a lot of kind of rock and roll stuff in there.
As far as live goes, yeah. This is a good one to have in our back pocket, if we're playing more of a rock kind of fest, which we have done in the past. And songs like this, Living Dangerous, cater to a more mainstream crowd, I guess. A little more AC/DC rock, I guess. More with Living Dangerous than this one, but this has got that shuffle vibe, like I mentioned before. So you've got that kind of feel. People can see chicks dance into this,
It's definitely handy having songs like this in our catalog. When we toured with Michael Schenker, in the UK, you know, I mean, he would play Doctor Doctor every night, but we're like, let's play this song live because it kind of has that same kind of feel, and this is going to connect with the audience. So it was good to be able to bring that out. And also, you know, I think we've done some more hard rock kind of style festivals, and this is another example of a good one to play. But you still have that kind of the midsection is very heavy metal. So I like that there's a crossover here in this song. So it's not like, oh, let's play the full hard rock song. It's like, you know, we still mix it up quite a bit within a certain song.
Another kind of like big chorusy sort of like hit song, I guess, you know, in that aspect of like hooks, you know, the oh kind of thing. The very sing-along kind of part. I enjoy singing those harmonies live with Jarvis, just making that chorus as big as we can.
Oh, here it comes down, crushing you up. Oh, then you will know your destiny comes, 'cause you're the mastermind. Let's fucking go.
Breakdown, middle section, yeah, fucking heavy. It's definitely a departure from the rest of the song. It feels like doom and gloom, you know. That part, the riff is really heavy.
Can't see your eyes are burning, rooms filled with light. Create your own reality, no compromise. Oh, here it comes, now feeling the flow. Step into your universe, 'cause you're the master of control.
Yeah, so I've added this extra melody part towards the end of the song. I'm not really sure when that came about or how that came about. I'm pretty sure we must have discussed it because it's a pretty big departure from what's on the record. So if it was like an improv part that I would just start doing, I would imagine that, you know, I'd get the look from Jarvis like, hey, what's that about? You know, so it must have been something that we talked about. You know, when songs like this come about later in the album writing process, sometimes things don't totally get thought out. So this could have been a thing where, you know, maybe he felt like this was that something was lacking there, you know. So we decided to add that into the solo or the live version, you know, to give it an extra lift and a little something extra for that last chorus. Because it's a repeat of the chorus again. So it's nice to add a little flavor underneath that. So I enjoy playing that live. It's a little tricky to sing and play that part sometimes, but I've definitely gotten better at it over the years. I think before I would drop out, you know, I wasn't singing there. I would just play that lead part instead. But now, as you will hear on the more recent performances of the song, I am now playing the part and singing it. So, yeah, it's cool.
You're the mastermind. Oh, you're the mastermind. Don't waste your time. You're the mastermind.
I'm not sure how popular Mastermind is among the audience. It's not one of the songs I hear more talked about. Not that I don't think the fans like it. I think they do. I just don't hear it mentioned a whole lot, which makes me feel like it's sort of a deep cut.
So all in all, the final statement on Mastermind, I'm super proud of this song, and especially the lyrical content. And I hope that listeners take that to heart. You know, everything that I said, as weird as it sounds, I wouldn't say it if I didn't believe it. So you're talking to a true believer here. These techniques do work, and you have absolutely nothing to lose by trying it, right? And another key thing here is don't tell anybody about this. You don't have to. This is for you. It's not for anybody else. If you do form a mastermind group, then great. If you don't, you don't need it. You can easily do these exercises on your own. So I didn't think this would turn into this when talking about the song, but I wouldn't feel right if I didn't share this stuff.
So Mastermind, yeah. Just another all-around good mid-tempo rocker with a little dark side in the middle. Give you some mosh, especially now, the way we play it live. We really pull back on that part and make it fucking heavy. Make you want to do some karate moves in the pit for all our hardcore friends out there. This is the Mastermind.
Well, that's it for this week and Mastermind. One of my favorites. I know everyone with this album, Howling Man is kind of the showpiece in the middle. You know, Screams is the balls out opener. Curse of the Damned, the title track. Heavy Metal Heat is the anthem. But back there at track 8, one of the best Night Demon songs, just hanging out between Living Dangerous and Run for Your Life. So give this one a few more listens if you maybe overlooked it over the years. Not a frequent live track, but it'll be played on every Curse at 10 set list, so you can check cursedam.com for everything Curse of the Damned 10th anniversary, including the Ultimate Box Set reissue. In the subscribers section this week, we have multiple live versions of this song up there, the full demos, the remix. Man, there's so many tracks up in the subscriber section at nightdemon.net. Check out the website for info on how to get access to this giant archive of Night Demon audio and video. Again, that's nightdemon.net. Until next week, this is Nesbitt signing off.
Thanks for listening to the Night Demon Heavy Metal Podcast. Head over to nightdemon.net, click on the subscriber tab, and sign up to access exclusive weekly bonus content. If you would like to donate to support the Night Demon Heavy Metal Podcast, you can do so through PayPal at paypal.me/nightdemonmetal. Additionally, if you have not already done so, please subscribe, like, rate, and review the show on iTunes or wherever you listen to podcasts.
All hail, Night Demon Heavy Metal Podcast listeners. This is Dusty Squires chiming in to tell you about my brand new signature sticks from the London Drumstick Company. I've dreamt of having my very own drumsticks ever since I was a wee lad, and LDC made that a possibility for me. Founded in 2016 in London, England, the birthplace of heavy metal, the London Drumstick Company has trailblazed a path through the music industry and taken the drummer world by storm. When I met them for the first time, They knew their product was going to withstand the beatings of a Night Demon show. They took the time to work with me on getting everything just right. The balance and weight of my sticks are the same no matter what, and the durability is bar none the best I've ever had. I know my sticks will last through the set night after night. I'm truly honored to work with a company that caters to their players the way LDC does. Their innovation and attention to detail is what separates them from the rest of the stick makers out there. Their custom stick sleeves are unbelievable and really make the entire presentation complete. Wait until you see the design they came up with for me. It blew my mind and was a surprise to say the least. They have all kinds of amazing swag, including hoodies, t-shirts, drummer shorts, drum keys, stick bags, towels, face masks, practice pads, and much, much more. Even if you're not a drummer, you can be a part of Demon history and order my brand new signature sticks direct from their website. How cool is that? And to top it off, the London Drumstick Company are giving an exclusive offer to the Night Demon Heavy Metal Podcast listeners. Go to londondrumsticks.co.uk and receive a 15% store-wide discount using promo code DEMONSTICKS. All capital letters, no spaces, Demon Sticks. DEMONSTICKS. I can't thank everyone there enough for the opportunity to be a part of their family and for them trusting me with their amazing products. See you metal maniacs on the road very soon. And yes, the wood chips will be flying.
Greetings, boils and ghouls. This is your comrade, the Crypt Keeper here, reporting dead from the sanctuary of the strange. Tonight's macabre myth is a fright-filled feature, one overflowing with monsters, madness, and magic.
Visit our website at monstersmadnessandmagic.com to stay up to date on all the dark dealings within the sanctuary of the strange. Enjoy the show.
Hey Metalheads, I'm Mark and I host the Metal Forge. Let me tell you about the show. The Metal Forge features the best underground metal from all over the world. We spend every week with a different artist with interviews, in-depth conversations, and most of all, the music. We also feature audience interactivity where you can submit your questions to the upcoming guests. New episodes are out every Friday at noon Eastern Time at metalforgeradio.com or wherever you listen to your podcasts.
Want to know what's going on in the world of music? Then tune in to the Nothing Shocking Podcast, a non-genre based, all-ages friendly rock and roll program. Join us weekly for interviews with all your favorite rock stars from the mainstream to the underground. You can find us at nothingshocking.libsyn.com or anywhere you download podcasts.
Okay, metalheads, you've been complaining that there has not been a channel that plays all of the heavy metal videos from past, present, and future for years and years at this point. Well, that time is over. Heavy Metal Television is back. HeavyMetalTelevision.net is the website. Go there. You can see videos playing 24/7, 365, all the time, all the best from the old school, the new school, and everything in between. Check it out, HeavyMetalTelevision.net. It is where the metal is.